Hey YouTubers, it's me, Lonnie Clark, Nuts for Art. Guess what I found out today? That I have such a boomer moment. I came back to YouTube, I changed my channel name to Beyond Extinction, and I forgot that I actually had to add something onto it because that name was taken. So my channel name isn't really Beyond Extinction, it's Beyond Extinction Love. And then when I went to try to go change it, because I think it sounds better to say Love Beyond Extinction, YouTube won't let me change that name for 2 weeks now. I don't know what I did inside my channel, but it said, you can't change this for 2 weeks. So I said, okay. So now, this is just kind of a channel update, and I'm going to rant a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on. But in my previous readings, I kept saying, subscribe to me at Beyond Extinction. It's actually Beyond Extinction Love. So I think I put in some cards on those videos that says my channel name. But to be honest, I'm on my own here. I don't get any feedback. I don't have anybody to help me. So I'm just being a boomer, struggling through the digital age. You know, I feel like kind of Fred Flintstone, to be honest. But I wanted to let you know that the channel name is actually called Beyond Extinction Love. And please do subscribe to that. What you'll see is a Waterbrook fall. That's my channel picture. And it's actually a little fall that was from Mount Pisgah out here in Oregon. I took that picture. And I just love that area. So anyways, please do subscribe. Please comment and be civil when you comment, because I've deleted more than several nasty comments. I'm not going to have anybody calling me names, stupid, challenging me, saying dumb things. Mean is the biggest thing. And like just saying that liberals are vile and liberals are violent. No, liberals are not. The left is not way left. The left hasn't gone far enough left, in my opinion. Like, too far left is asking for the government to pay everybody $3,000 a month. That's too far left for me. I mean, I still have a work ethic where I think people need to work. We need work programs. We need to help people learn how to work. We need to stop automating jobs so that we can keep people working. You know, that's one of the things, is they just don't need us anymore because everything's AI and being all automated, right? I personally don't think we would be hard off if we could go back to just even having dial tones and getting rid of this like little machine that's, you know, all of us have to buy these little computer machines, and they are depleting the earth's minerals. They're a completely unsustainable project, but yet every few years, in order to stay in the loop, we have to buy a new phone. So it's kind of ridiculous, you know. But I do want to talk about the news of the day, the shocking news, the beyond comprehension news of what the Republican Party is doing to our country. Because it is the Republicans, let's be very clear. It's the Republicans who are un-American right now. They do not believe in our Constitution. The Republicans in the House just put up a bill saying that Donald Trump could do 3 presidencies. That's exactly what Vladimir Putin did. They had a, you know, Russia is considered a democracy, even though Vladimir Putin is not very popular. He wins every time. And that is, in fact, what the GOP... It's beyond comprehension to me that the GOP has given up their American ethics and have just decided to go full hog greed. We knew that they were business oriented. We knew that they liked the upper wealth. But we also, I genuinely believe that they did believe in free speech, freedom of religion, freedom from religion, freedom from having the government in our lives. And yet everything that Donald Trump and his administration is doing to us is invasive. It's hindering our free speeches, and it's harming the poor of the poor in our country. And I encourage everyone to contribute to aclu.org, because those attorneys are going to be the people fighting those criminals in court. It's very disturbing that Donald Trump changed on all of the military bases all around the world. They're going to be Tokyo Rosing our our soldiers. I mean, it was bad enough when they just had Fox News, but Fox isn't extreme right enough or Reich enough for them. So now they're going to have OANN, and they've taken off anything that they think is liberal. You know, their allegiance is actually to Donald Trump, not to our Constitution. And that's the downside to what they're doing. Their allegiance is not to Donald Trump. Their allegiance is to our Constitution, to uphold the rule of law. And what we saw in these committee hearings, this clown show being done by all of these completely unqualified people, it is really an abdication of Republican power in the House and their legislative duties. Because for Chuck Grassley, the chairman of the board of the judiciary now, to allow Kash Patel, who is a criminal and an insurrectionist, who is Donald Trump's pick to be the FBI leader, has never had any experience in police service or anything like that, knows nothing about the FBI except his conspiracy theories. He's going to take a whack-a-mole. What they're going to do, I mean, Chuck Grassley was allowing Kash Patel to move the questions along. Literally, he asked the chairman of the committee, isn't my 3 minutes up? Shouldn't I not have to answer this? I mean, people were actually having to argue with the chairman of the committee to get answers to their questions out of this guy who blatantly lied to their faces too. And there's no accountability. It's beyond comprehension, the level of un-American activity that evidently the Republican Party has aspired to continue to do. I called Chuck Grassley's office in Washington, D.C. and spoke to his people and said, the guy's over 80. He has nothing to lose. I get it. You guys are being coerced or bribed to allow whatever oligarchs that President Felon wants in. But at some point, the Republicans need to grab back their legislative power because, as we see right now, Elon Musk is the de facto president. He's already taken control over the government systems that spies on all of any payments from anybody, Medicare, Social Security, food stamps, benefits, survivor benefits. Like, it's beyond comprehension, the level of civil war that's going on. People say, oh, well, we don't want a civil war. Guess what, folks? We have a civil war right now. That's what this is. This is a civil war. They have embedded themselves in government. And the only way that we're going to fight back is to fund attorneys to fight for us, to vote, to call your elected officials and appeal to the Republicans and say, look, we want you to stand up for our Constitution. And this is something that I was thinking about all day today. I, for one, would be for a blanket immunity to every Republican at this point, because we know that Donald Trump and the GOP leadership, Elon Musk, they all have compromise, they all have blackmail information on them, or they've bribed them, straight out given them bribes. And so all these people are feigning loyalty because they don't want to get busted, because if they stray from Donald Trump, he's going to out their crimes. I mean, Bob Menendez, a Democratic senator, just got sentenced to 18 years in prison for corruption. So they're all looking at Bob Menendez going, oh, we better stay loyal to Trump because he's going to, have the DOJ come after us. But I personally, I am going to call Chuck Schumer on Monday, who is the head of the Democrats, and say we need to negotiate a deal with the Republican Party to give them all a blanket immunity. We know their behavior has been despicable and un-American in the last 3 to 5 years. But honestly, I'm personally willing to forgive them if they would just take back their power and start acting like Americans again, because we're on a thin razor edge of full-out authoritarianism. All these people that think that we're going to be able to vote in 2022 and get the Democrats back in because everybody's going to hate Trump, you are sadly mistaken. You do not understand how politics works. You don't understand how corruption works. Elon Musk, once he gets a handle on the full, I personally believe that he had complete access to our voting machines. We know that Donald Trump's campaign had full access to every state's voting machine system since 2022. They demanded it from the courts in 2021. It was given to them. And then in 2022, when they refused to give it back, they just maintained it. And they have been fighting with the government to demand an end to that access. And so when the elections happened, I personally believe that Russia and Musk created a kind of a twin system. And when Vladimir Putin shut down the voting machines on election day, they just reinstalled their program to make it look like it was the original program. And that's why the Democrats, without a forensic look at it, were saying, oh yeah, it doesn't look like anything bad. Although widespread, the data scientists, widespread data breaches were reported. By everybody who looked at it, they could see that there was widespread data breaches. So we did not have a free and fair election. I would say that our democracy, on the day that Joe Biden talked Kamala Harris into not asking for a recount, that is the day that Joe Biden took an axe to our neck. And over 60 people are dead because of that. Because Donald Trump came in and fired the FAA chief, understaffed people were confused. There's nobody running the show. It is beyond comprehension. The lackeys, we're going to have a government of lackeys. And we're going to be turning our country into like a third world country. You guys think that it's going to be able to maintain itself? The rule of law is what actually forms a civil society and a strong civil society. And when you don't have that, when you have people that are loyal to a leader and not to an ideal and not to our Constitution, as messy as it is and as imperfect as it is, it's better than pledging your allegiance to a leader who is greedy, selfish, hates everybody, and in fact hates himself. And yeah, the Democrats failed us 100%. The Democrats, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, they're all oldsters. I mean, they're older than me. I'm 69 years old. They've been in government for as long as I can, all three of them, for as long as I can remember. And Iron Fist Pelosi is the reason why AOC is not the leader of the House or leader of many of the committees. Because, believe it or not, folks, the corporate Dems hate the progressive Dems because they're not progressive. That's why we don't have Medicare for all, because of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Tom Daschle, that's who was running the Senate at the time, was Tom Daschle. You know who Tom Daschle's wife was, by the way? He was a Democrat. His wife sat on the board of United Healthcare. And is there any wonder that we got Obamacare instead of Medicare for all, which Bernie Sanders had written up completely? In fact, they could pass Medicare for all right now. We have a piece of legislation that if they passed it, it integrates perfectly into Medicare. Every person in this country could be covered for basic minimal health care. And if you want to pay for your own health insurance, you're free to go. So we definitely have to get active. So then, let me see, I'm at 13 minutes. I'm going to talk for a few more minutes because on my channel, you know, I'm reading this book. I came back to read this book, Black Like Me. Boy, have I gotten some white supremacy comments on my channel that I've had to delete. It's kind of shocking to me that people still think like that in 2024. A statement that was written in this book was literally typed in my comments, a racist statement about how Black people can't be trusted and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was so vile. I just immediately deleted it and blocked the guy. But that's why I'm reading this book. It is beyond comprehension to me. Frankly, let's call it beyond extinction. Beyond comprehension that humans are still so insecure that they need to demean other human beings based on their gender, their sexual identity, their race, their color, their culture, their language, their religion. Like, pick a thing, you know? Ironically, on here on YouTube, you set yourself up for vile comments. People feel very empowered to call you an idiot, to call you names. say horrible things to you because they can do it with impunity, right? And frankly, the MAGA movement is quite vile in its, it is because they're brainwashed. Like, I get it. The reason that they evoke this, is because they are literally they are triggered. They're literally triggered. It's like Pavlov's dog. They are being brainwashed by OANN, by the whole Bannon gang of criminals. Like, I'm just dumbfounded. I'm 69 years old and I remember American ethics. I remember it was the Republicans who kicked Nixon out because they thought he was defiling our Constitution. And now we have Republicans saying Sig Heil, literally Sig Heil, literally saluting, giving the Hitler salute and justifying it. That's where they've come in 80 years. They can do better. They can do a lot better. And Democrats can do a lot better. And independents can do a lot better. And people like me who now I'm unaffiliated. I can do a lot better. That's why I'm here. I didn't give you the number to Chuck Schumer or to, what was that other guy I told you I'd give his number to? But you can call Congress. I think the number to Congress, to the Senate, is 202-224-2131. And the number to the Congress is 202-225-2121. And you can just call the switchboard and ask, who was that senator yesterday I said I was going to give you the number to? Because I want you to call him. Not Chuck, Thune, the new Senate leader, John Thune. So you can call 202-224-2131 and ask for John Thune's office and speak to him. He's the new leader of the Senate. He's the guy that went to Russia to learn how to overthrow our government. And you can appeal to his higher self and say, you know what? Your grand experiment is going to cost this country a lot more than just the loss of our liberties. We are headed for a tailspin with these tariffs that this idiot has, who had no idea how tariffs work. All they want to do is give the rich people tax cuts. How much money does Jeff Bezos need? How much money does Musk need? How much money does Zucky need? Like, for real, how much money is enough? How do they sleep at night? That's my question. So I am going to sign off here, and I'm going to read you guys another installment of Black Like Me by John Howard Griffin. Please do subscribe. Click a link. The name of my channel is Beyond Extinction Love. And by the way, in 2 weeks, after YouTube tells me that I can change the name, I'm going to say Love Beyond Extinction. And I'll let you know when that happens. Not like I have throngs of people begging after my channel. But I think if you subscribe to me, it doesn't even matter what I change my name to. You're still subscribed. I just changed the name of it. I don't think it unsubscribes you. So, but I am definitely going to change it. My friend said that to me. In fact, that's how I found out that my channel name, I've been telling everybody channel name wrong. I asked my friend to subscribe to me. And she's like, I can't find it. And Beyond Extinction is some guy who does this weird music. So I looked at my channel handle. The handle says Love Beyond Extinction. And for some reason, I have no idea why, because I did this months ago, I changed it to Beyond Extinction Love. And so I've been telling you the name wrong. I've been thinking the name wrong, actually. But that's what we call live and learn. And, for the few people who are listening to Black Like Me and who appreciate my commentary, thank you for following my channel and subscribing. 19 minutes. A few more things that I would like to say. This is kind of hard for me to stretch out on YouTube to come out and talk to you just directly rather than having like a project where I'm reading. But I am going to be sharing more of myself. Like, I am going to be sharing kind of part of my spiritual stuff, which a lot of people is going to put a lot of people off, because I do have a pretty strong spiritual life. if it wasn't for my connections with the angels, and I do believe we have angels. Some people call them the aliens. I don't know what they are, but I know that they're pretty real. And I do angel card readings and I do tarot readings. I guess I'm what you call new age, which is old age now because all the new agers are old people. But that's the kind of stuff that keeps me calm. And there's channels that I watch here like Linda G. Comanche Psychic. She's a psychic. She does tarot card readings on political stuff. Lena G. or Lena Down Under. It's yeah, I think that's her name, Lena Down Under. All these ladies, they do this. They do tarot card readings on the political stuff. And frankly, it's kind of interesting because a lot of it is very accurate. Andre's horoscope, I follow Andre. He does the horoscope for the countries. And I also follow Hogarth Astrology. He does Vedic astrology, political Vedic astrology. And those kind of like a little gang of people. It's kind of super sweet community. Very nice, very peaceful. None of us are right-wing or Reich-wing, as I call them, because I consider them to be Nazis, to be honest. And Elon Musk proved that point this week. So that's the final thing. I am going to be venturing into that. Probably not too much at the, I don't know how I'll end up sharing that with you, but I kind of want to brace you for that because it's completely different than a lot of things that I talk about here. But it's going to happen. So if you're not interested in super left progressive ideas, you know, I'm not in any way ultra left. I consider myself to be super liberal. I'm a progressive, but I don't think we should give the farm away. I really do believe in work, and I do believe in giving back to your community. So we will talk to you guys soon. Put your courage feet on. Please do like, subscribe, and share my channel, Beyond Extinction Love, and I'll talk to you guys again. Bye-bye.